Welcome to Live Without Limits, Transform Your Thinking to Redesign Your Life, where we dive into the tools, mindsets, and strategies that help you step into your power and design a life that you love. I'm your host, Davida Shensky, and today we're talking about one of the most powerful mental tools you'll have at your fingertips: visualization. More specifically, how visualization and mental imagery can help you rewire your limiting beliefs. If you've ever struggled with the inner voice that says, I'm not good enough, or I can't do that, you are not alone. But the good news is you can reprogram that voice. Now, one thing that I want to talk about is this: that if you go back to when Eric Berne, Carl Jung, the Freud, what you're finding is that many of them came up with different modalities. And in transactional analysis, they talk about the things you hear over and over again, that eventually you internalize them till you are repeating them over and over. And The Secret started calling it the laws of attraction. But it's all connected to the same thing. And when you have those limiting beliefs, that's because someone in your life, whether it was a parent, a teacher, a peer, someone was constantly telling you that you couldn't do anything. And in transactional analysis, you hear where they talk about the can'ts. You can't live alone. You can't think for yourself. You can't hold a job. So that what happens is these are the things that you have internalized to the point that you are reading them. So you have to learn how to reprogram your thoughts so that you can begin to see yourself differently and begin to believe in yourself and your abilities and get beyond those limiting beliefs. And I've also heard where it's talked about that when you set goals, what happens is because you have all these fears, you're immediately putting the brakes on before you even get started or even try. So today, I will walk you through what those limiting beliefs are, why they hold you back, and how visualization works on a neurological level, and how you can start using it today to create deep and lasting change in your career and your personal life. So let's get started. Let's start with the question: what are our limiting beliefs and where do they come from? Limiting beliefs are those deeply rooted thoughts that tell us we can't, we shouldn't, or we're not capable of achieving something we truly want. They often sound like, I'm not smart enough. Success is for other people, not me. I always mess things up. I'm too old to change careers. I'm not lovable unless I'm perfect. These beliefs usually come from past experiences, something a parent, a teacher, or a peer said that to you when you were young. Or maybe you tried something and failed, and that failure became a label that you now live under. Here's the danger. When left unchallenged, these beliefs become your identity. You start acting according to that belief, and that behavior reinforces itself. It's a cycle. But the good news is you can break it, and that's where visualization comes from. Now, when we're talking about visualization, we're talking about painting a picture. Whenever someone speaks and they're talking to you and they get very detailed, where they talk about the color of the sky, the area that it was full of trees, that it was cool or it was hot, and that's painting a picture in your head so that you can actually see what it is that you are trying to imagine. So visualization isn't just about dreaming or daydreaming. It's a deliberate practice and imaging of a specific outcome, experience, or version of yourself, and doing it with vivid detail and emotional energy. Now, when we talk about goal setting, we talk about visualization. And why do we talk about visualization? Because what we want you to do is actually picture yourself reaching that goal, being in that space. And what do you see? What is it like? How does it feel to you? Here's why it works. Your brain doesn't fully know the difference between a real experience and an imagined one. Thanks to a process called neuroplasticity, your brain is constantly rewiring itself based on the repeated thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. So if you are consistently visualize yourself as confident, capable, and successful, your brain starts forming new pathways that support these beliefs. Then we have the mirror neurons, which simulate the actions that you visualize. That means imagining yourself succeeding builds real familiarity in your mind and body. And finally, the reticular activating system, or RAS. This is your brain's filter. When you repeatedly focus on success and possibility, your reticular activating system starts noticing more opportunities, people, and resources align with that focus. So, yes, visualization actually changes how you think, feel, and behave. Visualization techniques to rewire your beliefs. But before I get into that, what I would like to do is talk to you about how to visualize something. What are you seeing when you visualize something? What are you seeing, and how can you picture it so that it becomes so vivid in your life? And how do you visualize what you're talking about? But let's get back to where we are. Now, let's get practical. Here are 4 powerful ways to use visualization to shift your beliefs. The rehearsal script. If your belief, I'm not confident speaking up, visualize yourself doing the opposite. Picture yourself standing tall, speaking clearly, engaging with ease. Now, what I want you to do is close your eyes and tell yourself, I am confident. I can do anything. Do it often enough, and your brain restarts believing, maybe I am that person. The inner child visualization. Picture a younger version of yourself during a difficult time. Visualize going back to that moment with love, support, compassion. Say what you wish someone had told you. You're enough. You're safe. You are loved. This heals the old wounds that keep limiting beliefs alive. We all have that little child within us that we are taking care of. And that's the person you're speaking to, that you're saying things like, you are good enough. You can do whatever you choose to do. It's in your power. Affirmations and imagery fusion. Pick an empowering affirmation like, I am worthy of success. As you say it, visualize yourself living that reality, signing the deal, standing on stage, smiling in joy. Your emotion makes it stick. Close your eyes and paint that picture in your head. Emotional anchoring. Don't just see a new belief, feel it. Feel the confidence, the calm, the excitement of already living the new truth. Your emotions are the signal that tells your brain, this matters. Let's pause for a moment and try this together. Close your eyes. Take a deep, deep breath. Picture your future self, confident, clear, aligned. You're walking into a room, smiling, grounded, focused. Feel pride, the trust, the power in your voice. Let your body feel the success right now. That's what we're aiming to recreate every day in your mind. Visualization works because when it's consistent, here's a simple routine. Choose one belief that you want to rewrite. Spend 5 to 10 minutes each day visualizing the opposite belief in action. Engage all your senses: sight, sound, emotion, even smell or movement. Anchor it with a phrase like, this is who I am now. Track it. Note how you feel before and after. Over time, you'll notice something magical. You'll start acting, thinking, and feeling in ways that match your new belief because your brain is already familiar with it. They take 21 days to form a habit. So if you keep doing it over and over again, then it will eventually become a habit. Visualization isn't about wishful thinking, it's mental conditioning. It's how athletes train for gold medals, how speakers prepare for standing ovations, and how you can prepare to live a life aligned with your highest self. So here's your challenge. Pick one limiting belief and use visualization to rewrite it. Start today. And if this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend and tag me on social media. Now, what I want to do is talk about visualizing and how to use it to take a picture and how to verbalize the language for comprehensive and thinking and how it's used in goals. So let's look at it this way. When you think of visually, you are thinking about something where you are trying to incorporate it into your personal life and really get into it. So what I want to do is get into some visualization exercises for you because I think it can really help you learn how to incorporate visualization in a way where it can really you in, really benefit you. So visualization is a mindfulness technique in itself, but you can also use it to enhance regular meditation. Adding visualization to your meditation practice will allow you to better direct your relaxed mind towards specific outcomes that you'd like to see. Now, compassion meditation can also increase self-motivation, improve emotion regulation, enhance awareness and sensations, develop loving kindness towards oneself and others. You do this to begin by finding a comfortable, relaxing position and close your eyes. Focus on your breath for several seconds, inhaling and exhaling softly until you find a comfortable, natural rhythm. Visualize the person you want to become and in yourself, a loved one or not loved one, or even a pet. Picture them clearly and hold the image in your thoughts. Now focus on the feelings that you'd like to send: peace, calm, joy, healing, or happiness in the form of a golden light that spreads from your heart to theirs. You may find it helpful to verbalize these feelings in the form of a mantra, such as may you find peace and happiness, or may I find wellness and freedom from pain. Keep breathing as you repeat the mantra. With each exhale, imagine the golden light leaving you and carrying your feelings and good wishes towards the other person or yourself. Continue the exercise for 1 to 3 minutes. You might notice feelings of compassion, warmth, and lightheadedness. Now, how to do it. Lie on your back or on a comfortable but firm surface, a carpeted floor, or a yoga mat may work better than a bed for this technique. With your eyes closed, take a few seconds to relax and focus on your breathing. Begin working your way through your body's muscle group. You can start anywhere, but it can help to pick a place where the progression feels natural, such as from your head to your toes or vice versa. Start by tensing and then relaxing a group of muscles that aren't currently troubling you. This helps you better recognize when your muscles tense and when they're relaxed. Many years ago, you could get a tape that talked about visualization and using visualization and how to release stress by tensing up the muscles and then slowly letting them go. And this is the same technique. Today, you can either get it through an app, through music, or even on YouTube. They have videos that you can watch that can help you learn how to use visualization, how to relax, how to work on releasing the tension. So the tensor, the first group of muscles, as you inhale, slowly hold the tension for about 5 seconds. Be sure not to tense your muscles so tight that it causes pain. As you exhale, relax those muscles all at once. Visualize the tightness and the tension leaving your body with your breath. Rest for 10 seconds between muscle groups, but continue slow, steady breathing as you rest. Now, here's some goals on visualization. Goals of visualization works much the same way as a guided imagery, but instead of creating a scene in your imagination, you can visualize the specific moment that you achieve your goal. A small study in 2021 indicates that a guided imagery can be used to support people who desire to become more physically active. In addition, it suggests that guided imagery may increase mindfulness while exercising, self-efficiency, and satisfaction. Positive thoughts regarding physical activity, goal orientation, and intention toward physical activity. You may also use mindfulness based on virtual reality or imagine yourself participating in a physical activity that you enjoy. In 2023 study, research found that using virtual reality, reflecting, hiking up a mountain resulted in a state of mindfulness and positive emotion, especially when actual movement is involved. Walking on a treadmill or moving parts of your body to interact with the VR scene was most beneficial. Now, let's look at some other things, like ways that you can take visualization and incorporate it into your daily life. And the purpose for this is to teach you how to use it and use it to a way that benefits you. So visualization is simple yet powerful technique that can use to improve many facets of our lives. We can use visualization to improve our mood, help us remember important information, facilitate problem solving and decision making, and boost progress towards your goal. So now what we want to talk is how it can really benefit your well-being, because this is something that I think many of us kind of need to incorporate into why we need to take it to the next level. Think about it in a way that can really help you. So let's talk about how it can truly fit it into your personal life, because that is where it can benefit you the most. So, how to find clarity and discover which awakening path aligns with you. Because remember, what you're trying to do is help yourself build a way of life that it becomes automatic into how you think about your life. So, awakening is an experience that can bring clarity, peace, and insight, but it can also be one of the most difficult experiences that we humans face. Most of us need support on the journey, and many of us have no idea where to go for that support. As someone who woke up by accident, I am now devoting significant portion of my time to helping others navigate their miraculous yet challenging journey. And you can do this through meditation, through yoga, through non-duality energy work, and mystical practices. So, there are many awakening teachers who help people awaken and move through the awakening process into enlightenment. Not all of these teachers will be helpful to you, so it's important to find a teacher that fits your stage and can help you really determine. So, let's look on some things that you can do for it in your daily life, because visualization is a powerful mental tool that can help individuals achieve your goals, improve your focus, and enhance overall well-being by creating vivid mental images of desired outcomes, processes. You can program your mind to attract success, boost motivation, and overcome obstacles. Whether you want to excel in your career, improve your health, or develop new skills, mastering visualization techniques can significantly impact your daily life. Visualization involves creating a detailed mental picture of a specific goal. It's more than just daydreaming. It requires focused intention and sensory engagement. When done correctly, visualization activates the same neural patterns as real life experiences, which help condition your brain and body to respond accordingly. Effective visualization combines clarity, emotion, and repetition to strengthen your thoughts. So, a belief in achieving the desired outcome, it taps into your subconscious mind, making your goals feel attainable and inspiring consistent action. Before diving into the tips, it's helpful to understand why visualization is worth practicing regularly. It enhances your motivation. Seeing yourself succeed mentally fuels the drive to keep working toward your goals. It improves performance. Athletes and performers often use visualization to rehearse and reduce anxiety, boost confidence. Imagining positive outcomes reinforces self belief, reduces stress. Visualization of calming scenes or successful problem solving can erase anxiety. It facilitates problem solving. Mentally stimulating scenarios helps you prepare for challenges. Support habits of formation. Visualize yourself performing new habits and encouraging consistency. Remember this: your life is your life, and how you live it to the max and really take yourself to the next level depends on various things, but visualization is a very powerful tool because it helps you with setting your goals and understanding what it takes to achieve those goals so that you don't give up before you reach those goals. And I hope to see you next week on another edition of Live Without Limits, transform your thinking to redesign your life.